Hi, I'm Scorp Poison. Welcome to the Fields of Zen server. I started this server because I wanted a peaceful, relaxing place for me and other players that are not interested in PvP, but are interested in building and making friends, basically, to build in peace without reefers or needing a mod team of 40 people in order to repair all the damage to your stuff. So I created the Fields of Zen. It's a relaxing place where you can come and hang out. This is the marketplace. When you start, you'll actually spawn into the spawn castle here. And then you can get free tools. You'll be a recent. You'll be the newest rank of 3. You can get your free tools. And then go out into the marketplace. These are market stalls where any person can pay rent basically to the server. It's not money. I will never ask you for money to do any of the things that you could normally do in the game. This is where you can purchase, you can rent using materials or such. It's in the forum. The rent requirements in the forum. And you can get a server store like this, like one of our protectorates. Ben Roprum has one of the server store. It's his Enchanting and Mystical Wonder Emporium. And here you have, says that they don't offer splash potions, but they do have potions. You can set up the prices yourself. There is no guideline for prices. Each marketplace starts with a pre-equipped crafting bench and a stove that normally I believe has coal in it. And then they're all pretty much the same. So you, inside this first chest, whoops, he's got books. But inside the first chest will normally be signs. I think a whole stack of them. We set them up with a whole stack of signs so that you can easily, set up your signs and get your thing ready. The other thing is you can also rent an extension, which would be something like this, which in case you want to do a farming or you want to have more stuff down here, we can then extend the bottom for you. That costs a little bit more, but it's like 5 items or some such like that, so it's nothing that's going to break the bank. Oop, give me a second. My mouse apparently is going a little too fast for the program. Then we also have a server store. And the server store sells specifically things that you cannot get within the game via plugins or anything else we have. Like, you can't make chainmail because it requires you to get fire as an item. And that's impossible in the vanilla game. So we have then instead had trade signs, which if you got gold, if you put in 2 gold ingots, it would give you a chain helmet. And so this way you can get a full set of chainmail. And then you can also get, you can trade 20 emeralds for diamond. And the reason there are so many is because a lot of the villagers just give diamonds for paper and raw chicken and just all kinds of things. So a 1-for-1 ratio would be way too crazy. But this and 400 coal for a diamond. These two allow diamond to not be as rare while still being rare enough that no one could just come here and buy them all. Those will be infinite diamonds, by the way. We'll just keep adding to them. We won't limit the number you can buy. Then you can get mushroom eggs, you can get ocelot eggs, sheep eggs, chicken eggs, squid eggs if you have an aquarium and you want squid or you want ink to be a little bit easier for you to get, cow eggs, and pig eggs. We also do silverfish eggs, and that's if you want to if you want to get XP, silverfish are a really good way to do it, because they do the same XP as most of the mobs, and they're actually a lot less hard to fight. They're a lot easier to fight. So the rest of these marketplace shops are actually open still, and we've got about 50 members, and they haven't been interested in the shops as I thought they would compared to the last server I was on where just everybody and their brother wanted a shop. Coming through here, you go into the spawn village. And this is where we've spawned a couple very particular villagers, like this one gives you emeralds for trade. I'm not sure if he still does, depending on whether or not somebody else has traded with him or not. And then, of course, they run out, unfortunately, sometimes. That one, I believe, gives you what? Glowstone? Yep, he gives glowstone dust. We've got iron golems to protect this area. Give me 1 second. Thanks, kitty. There's a cat licking my arm. This is the entrance, just like that other blue teleporter was. This is the entrance to the sphere spawn. Ouch. Which is where veterans, protectorates, and arbiters go. Also ambassadors. We have about, 5 ranks? We have recent players, experienced players, veterans, 6 ranks. Ambassadors, which are people that do translation, because we do have a lot of Swedish players, and Swedish players are definitely welcome on our server. We also have the protectorates, which are basically your mod types. I call them protectorates because mod has a very bad enigma attached with it. And then you've got your protectorates and your arbiters, which is myself. And your arbiters are the ones that can do pretty much anything. Your protectors can do most things in the game. They can fly and do creative if they need to repair things. They can find if anyone griefed, but really that shouldn't be much of a problem. We have a plugin that prevents most forms of griefing. And then when you become veteran, you cannot go to the spawn sphere, which is where we will hopefully be going right now. That takes you to the castle, which is the other thing I was talking about. And then this takes you to spawn. We use colored telepads in order for long distance travel, because that is one of the necessities of a server once it gets bigger, not to have to walk the direction. We have a couple set up, right? This is your sphere spawn. I'm going to have trouble with that constantly. When you do the /spawn command, it will take you right to here. And then down this way, let's fly to get there faster. We have a warp to the server store. This is just a fast way to get to about halfway. We've got the Wither Church, which is where people fight the Wither. You know what? Let's take a look at that quick. We got some time. This is a Wither Church that was set up by the server in order to do battle with the Wither. So if you get your Wither heads and you want to fight the Wither, this is just one of the areas you can fight them. The Wither itself will kill you, and I don't believe it will kill anything else, though. So it will kill you, but it will not do damage to your stuff. Creeper damage to your stuff is off as well, because I really think that was one of the unnecessary things they added into the game. But, I don't know, we could turn it on, I guess, in certain cases. But this is where you would... And then the arbiters would actually, if there's one on, would be happy to put it together and get out of the way and watch while you fight the Wither. We've got a second story for those people that want to melee, but if the Wither flies up too far, you can just go up the second story. You can hear the spiders having a dang field day. Boy, are they loud. And then there's the spawn, the one you just saw me come from. And then this is a Wither Fortress. It's something I'm doing reconstruction on it, but essentially what it is a challenge for anyone who gets kind of bored. I myself did it the other day. They did kill me in full diamond armor, protection, everything, but I took down about 7 of them before they did that. So there were about 12 up there, because on the top level of this Wither Fortress, it's 5 levels of monsters that spawn. On the top level is a Wither spawner, and it spawns them like crazy, and there were like 12 up there. I have 10 nether stars, I think, and then one of my friends, his name is Lowpro, he's one of our ambassadors, he got 3. Now this is the RH, it's called the Repository Halls. I'm actually kind of happy through, so I'll just, hold on a second. And we're back. Give me 1 second. Sometimes the command doesn't really want to work. Oh well, anyway. The repository halls are a place where we put the material that is given to us for donation to the server, in case we want to build things legitly on the server, or in case, I don't know, the server rent, that kind of stuff. Whenever someone pays rent for one of the shops, or anything else we may set up that requires server rent, we put it in the repository halls. And that way, if we need something for the server, we want to build something legitly on the server and not just go into creative to do it, we've got the materials there and we can take care of it. We also use a mod called the lift mod. And what that is you set it up so that you have glass, buttons, blah, 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 blah. And then when you hit that, you actually go down like an elevator. I'm going to show you 10 stories like this. This is what it looks like when you're going down the elevator. And then you have to put an iron block on the bottom. And then I will fly up. We have this nice little thing. All of this was made by me and Spellwinder. He's another arbiter. And Ben Roprin actually decorated. I put down the layout, and then we all decided on the stores and whatever. And so we have a nice little place. As I said, once you become a veteran, you'll be able to spawn here. Or if you become an ambassador, or if you, after you become a veteran, you become a protector or arbiter, this is where you'll spawn instead. And then let's take us to the PvP arena, because one of the things that people do like to do is fight other people. Don't ask me to explain it. I have no idea. But most of the things, that Wither Church, by the way, if you want to fight a Wither and you're a recent, you certainly can. It only takes about, what, 5 hours, I think, to become an experienced, or 10 hours, one of those two, to become experienced. So you might have the chance to, or not, but you can always ask us, and we'll be happy to show you. And we'll be happy to take you to there. This is the arena. It's a PvP arena. If you want to be a spectator, you go through those warps. If you want to be a challenger, you go through these. So here we come to the arena. I'll fly around there in a second. And then you can get free iron swords if you want to. If you're going to do it with a sword. You put your stuff in this chest if you want to. We actually don't need that anymore. And then I'll explain that in a second too. And then you walk through. What it does is it sends up fireworks and it announces on the server, introducing Challenger 1, your name, let the fight begin. And then the other person walks through and then you duel. Monsters cannot spawn here. And so you'll never have to worry about how dark it is, etc. And then if you die, you keep your inventory, but you put down a head. And I'm going to go to my home to show you what that looks like. And then right here are the heads of the people that I've fought, and I've won, and they've got my heads on their wall. But when you place that, it actually turns into the actual person's head. So that's what happens when you die. You drop that head, and then you can come back if you want to fight him again, and etc. And then this is what it looks like. Let me turn it to day. Oop. Also, if you're the only person on here, and me and the other arbiter and etc. aren't actually building anything, we're just kind of doing things in creative, we'll be happy to change it today. And, excuse me, it rarely ever rains on my server. And quite frankly, that's because I hate rain, and it lags everybody's computer, it seems. So it rarely ever rains, so I'll be sunning it every time it starts to rain. But this is what the PvP arena looks like. And if you were to go through one of the spectator things, you would end up here. You'd be able to go up the thing into the stands. I'm going to populate them with the villagers and iron golems and whatever. And there's going to be some work done on this, because there's going to be a control booth up about where I am, actually, up about here. There's going to be a control booth with a bunch of switches, and using redstone underneath the floor, we'll be able to flip a switch and then have different things happen. In this case, I did this in case you want to do like a bow challenge, or if you want to do melee with some stuff in the way. But we'll also have like random TNT carts and whatever. So let's go back to spawn. And I will conclude, because it looks like my time's almost up on the recording, by saying thank you for watching this. And I hope you come to the server, and that's the address there on the chat screen and in chat. fieldsofzen.site.nfoservers.com/forums. As soon as I see you're registered, I will go ahead and make you recent, and you can have all the fun you ever need. You can use TNT and fire within your own claims, and I'll be probably doing a little claims thing a little bit later. Alrighty, bye-bye.